Ah, it's Crypto Daughter.
Yeah.
Yay, Crypto Daughter.
Crypto Daughter is me.
Can you see my video, honey? Can you see my video?
Let's see your life.
My live stream. That's what I'm. Can I just check it? Okay, cool. So we're good. Echo, turn on concentrate in the computer room.
Okay.
There we go. Okay, guys. Bit too expensive for me to jump into that. I hold Ripple. Okay. Haha. I'm gonna clean my glasses off here real quick. And I'm gonna do the full intro when we hit 5 o'clock. Let's see what we got here. Just followed your method using LTC GDAX, bought $50 on Coinbase, but only 25 came across. Don't know why. Huh. Came across to where? GDAX? Or when you transferred to one of the exchanges? To Binance. Okay. So when you transferred it into your GDAX, it was still $50 worth. Actually, when you buy $50 worth, the first thing they do is charge you, like, I don't know, $2 or $3, maybe $5 on $50, or maybe. Oh, I'm sorry. When I bought it, it was $199. So it's a little bit less than 50, but not that far. That's weird because I got once I transferred it into GDAX and then to Binance, I had most of it. Maybe when you typed in the amount you wish to transfer in from Coinbase, you didn't type your full amount, and you didn't get all of it from Coinbase to GDAX. You might want to double check your Coinbase wallet and see if there's any leftover that you might have missed by typo. That's the only thing I can think of at the moment.
And then click pizza and stop.
All right, where is this?
You can just put the play text.
Okay, guys, so we're about 3 minutes away from the official launch of my Q&A for tonight. I hope everybody's got some good questions ready to go. Hey, Gangster, nice to see you. All is out of Coinbase and GDAX.
Stop watching.
I got the kids here with me tonight. It's 5 o'clock in LA.
Possibly midnight for some people.
Hey, Da. Yeah, I know. Some people on the East Coast, it's later, 3 hours later. So you're looking at 5, 6, 7, 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah, and maybe on the other side of the world. Who knows?
Okay.
Nice to see everybody tonight. I'll go through some demos of some. Go ahead. Go ahead. It's my daughter having some pizza. Crypto Daughter. Ah, UK, 1 a.m. Nice. I'm in California. Pacific Standard Time. It's 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Evening. Okay, so when this thing ticks... China, 9 a.m. Nice. The Golden State. That's right.
California.
That's right. Okay. So let's tick this. I'm trying to time these better than I did the last few times. I think we're just about to tick over to 5.
Oh, like 20 more seconds.
20 more seconds, Crypto Daughter says.
Do a little count.
You count down.
Yeah.
Try to make sure I'm in the middle here.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Haha. Okay, guys, welcome to the CryptoDad's Q&A for Saturday, January 20th, 2018. Yeah, and Alex says hello too. He's playing Roblox. Anyway, welcome, and thanks for joining. Yeah, I guess I like The Matrix. It was a good one. When I first started this channel, I wanted something that kind of looked cool. And I can't remember which website I was on. Maybe it was Pixabay. And they had, I just typed in cryptography. And I saw some backgrounds and I saw a few of these looping videos. And thought they looked cool. And that's what I started with on my channel. I've kind of stuck to it a little bit. To lend some consistency to the videos, but a lot of people complain about my background. I changed, I had the other background before, which was the ones and the zeros only, and I got a lot of complaints about it making people dizzy and whatnot, so I thought I'd switch it up a little bit. But it's just a looping video that I've added to my OBS software.
It's amazing.
Okay. Short crypto. I've never tried to short crypto. I'm kind of a believer. I guess there were maybe a few that I might be aware of that I might feel like they were going to go down, that I might have tried to short, but I'm not a trading guy, really. I'm more of a how-to guy. I know how to move crypto around because I've been using Bitcoin wallets for several years now. I mined Bitcoin for about a year and a half back in 2013 and 14. So that's where I got my introduction to how crypto works and, you know, managing passwords and downloading and installing wallets and that kind of thing. So I've sort of fallen into the cryptocurrency craze with some of my videos. But I'm really not a trading guy. Let's see here. Let's see. Oops. Sorry, Grant. Huh. Sorry, Grant. I didn't mean to do that.
Is pizza good?
Let's see if I can. Is pizza good? I'm gonna. There we go. Gonna make this a little smaller so I can see what I'm doing here. Can you hack Barack's bank account? Let's put this guy in timeout.
Yeah.
Grant. Grant, I'm sorry about that. I didn't mean to delete you. I couldn't really see what I was doing. Okay. Can you make a video of the best way to mine Verge? I could. I'm sort of attempting that. Any of you that are wanting to get into the mining thing, you have to be pretty careful because a lot of the, well, first of all, the mining software is usually flagged as a virus by your antivirus software if you're running it. So it's a little nerve-wracking to see these virus alerts pop up. But I'll just put that out there that most mining software basically looks like a virus to antivirus software. So don't let that throw you. But you do have to be careful which miners you use and which mining pools you join. It can be a little sketchy, and there's really no A to B how-to. So I'd be happy to make a video on that. So that I could show you. I think I mined a little bit of Verge here, and I'll just show you real quick. Let me go over here. to Verge Yimp. So Yimp was the miner that I used, and you basically, or you're going to create a, I think that's Verge right there. Yeah, you basically create a bat file and give it the address of your wallet, and you run it. I don't want to run it now because I might bump off, but I'll do a video on that. That'd be pretty cool. GB, let's see where we're at here. Oh, sorry guys, I'm not scrolling down here.
You're not scrolling down enough.
Verge trying to, we have 600 to spend. Where do you think it would be wise to invest the balance? You know, I know that Ethereum is expensive, but you may not triple or quadruple your money, but it's probably a sound place to keep some money parked, and especially if you have Ethereum on an exchange, you can use it to buy new cryptocurrencies that might come out, or buy more of another cryptocurrency you've got. Because if you just have cash laying around and you see a good opportunity, sometimes you want to pull the trigger right away. So my advice, if you got $600 laying around, is maybe put it into Ethereum. But that's kind of a safe thing. So you know, I'm not a risky kind of guy. I did a video on how to transfer very quickly let's see, where is this? It's still popped out. Yeah. I did this video on buying cryptocurrency on Binance ultimately, but I started out by using my debit card on Coinbase to buy some Litecoin, which I got almost instantaneously. And I know some of you may have had trouble on Coinbase purchasing ETH or Bitcoin, and it takes a week for it to actually show up in your wallet. If you buy Litecoin, you get it right away, and then you can transfer it to GDAX, and then from GDAX, without fee, you can transfer it to Binance and into a Litecoin wallet, and then from there you can sell the Litecoin for ETH or Bitcoin. And I did that in 15 minutes. So if you want to make a quick investment and buy some crypto, I can't give you trading advice, but I can give you the mechanics. You might want to check that video out. Litecoin, that's like I said, I use Litecoin to make a quick investment, and I think it's a good, fast cryptocurrency. It's been around for a while. I used it to achieve an end, so I would recommend Litecoin as a good cryptocurrency to have and hold. Not maybe as an investment, but just as something that will be useful down the road. What do I think of the Jax wallet? The best, well, let me see. I'm sorry. Armand said, what's the best Ripple wallet? You know, Ripple wallets are a little weird because they need 20 Ripple to function properly. And I just thought this was a GateHub issue. But when I transferred my Ripple from GateHub into my Ledger Nano S, I thought it was safe, and it was, but when I went to spend it, I had to leave 20 in there. So I think that's a Ripple network issue. Ripple is not what they call a pure cryptocurrency. So it has, it's kind of an underlying technology that utilizes blockchain that they want banks to use to facilitate international transfers. So it's not really designed to be like a regular cryptocurrency like Bitcoin or Litecoin, where you can move it in and out of your wallet. I don't understand it either, but I got 20 stuck. Having said that, I would say you can get the Ripple wallet on your Ledger Nano S. So I would recommend storing your Ripple on the Ledger Nano S if you want it in long-term storage, safe and secure. Jax wallet. Let's take a look at Jax. I think someone has brought this up to me before, and I was going to get to it. I'm going to put it in my list of video ideas over here in my Word document. I haven't had a chance to actually use this. Am I on the... Okay, yeah. Security and privacy. So I'm assuming that there's, okay, oh, okay. So they have one for Android, one for iPhone, and a desktop version. The website looks good. Okay, so they even provide a SHA sum. That's a really good sign. Let me show you how quick it is and easy it is to check a SHA sum. So if I download this, and we go into software and we create JAX. What is it? JAXX. And we drop that JAX wallet right there. The installer. Okay, I'm going to open up the folder. All right, there's my JAX. I want to verify this, right? I don't want to just run it. It could be corrupted. It could be a virus. It could be, you know, a faux website. I want to verify this. So I'm going to use this SHA sum to check. And I have a SHA sum checker. It's a piece of software. I have it in a lot of my videos. I can put a link to it down there. You just browse to the file that you downloaded. Right? You open it, and it generates this SHA-1. Okay, that's this guy here. See, it looks very similar to this. But all I have to do is paste it in here and verify it. See, that's how you verify software downloads. So without going into too much detail, I'd say JAX looks like a good solid wallet. They've given you a SHA sum to verify your download. So I give that a thumbs up. I should probably do a video on how to go through all that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go back over here. Okay, yeah, the Ledger Nano S, which I have here, the setup process, and I have a video that does specifically what you're asking. Let's go over here. There we go. I'll back here. Sorry. This particular video, I go through how to restore a Ledger Nano S. So basically, the original Ledger that I bought, when I went through the initial setup phase, I set up the 24-word recovery phrase. And then I bought another Ledger Nano S for my wife. But before I set it up for her, I set it up as a restore. And you can do that when you first set up the Ledger Nano S. The first question it asks you is set up as new device, yes or no, or X or check. If you tick that check, if you tick the button where it has the X, like saying no, I don't want to set it up as a new device, it's going to ask you to enter the 24-word phrase. It'll just, after you say no, don't set it up as a new device, the next screen will say set it up as a recovery or recover from. And then you can use that 24-word phrase to do a full recovery of your original Ledger Nano S. And when I did that, I had an exact copy of my ledger on my wife's new one. And not only did it have all of the wallets, it had all of the current balances too. So as you know, the Ledger Nano doesn't really hold your coins. It just holds the private keys that refer to the coins that are being, and the value and transactions that are on the blockchain. So those private keys are the keys that unlock those wallets. So since the wallets are on the blockchain, you can use multiple Ledger Nano devices to point to that same those same wallets on the blockchain. So I would check out that video if you're really want to see a step-by-step of exactly how to do that. But basically the answer to the question there is you'll want to get a brand new ledger, and when you first open it up and take it out of the box and connect it, and it says, do you wish to set this up as a new device? You click X, no. And then it takes you to the next screen, which will ask you to restore from 24 word recovery seed. And then from there, they walk you through it step by step. Very simple to do, very easy. And that way, if you lose one ledger, you got the other one. What if you lose your recovery phrase on your Ledger Nano S? You don't want to do that. Okay, when it first, if you've already stored crypto in there, I don't believe there's any way to extract it from the Ledger Nano S. So it's one of these do or die things. When you first write that recovery phrase down on that sheet of paper, make a copy of it if you think you're going to lose it, or several copies, and keep them in safe places. Maybe put one at your parents' house, put one in the bank safety deposit. Make sure you don't lose that recovery phrase. Otherwise, you're kind of at the mercy of the Ledger Nano. It'll probably work for a while, but at some point it's going to give out, and then you won't be able to get it back. My advice, if you've lost your recovery phrase, transfer all the money out of your Ledger Nano. What's the matter, buddy? What's the matter? Oh. Okay, if you've lost your recovery phrase, transfer all of the crypto off of all of the wallets in your Ledger Nano and just do a reset. All you have to do, if all of your wallets are empty, and I repeat that, make sure all of your wallets are empty, then you can do a reset. All you have to do is enter the PIN incorrectly 3 times, and then it will restore to its original state, and then it will ask you to write down a new 24-word passphrase. Then don't lose that one, and then you can move your crypto back onto it.
Or else.
Yeah. But don't lose that recovery phrase. Very important. I have not used that FIDO U2F app. I believe that you can use it sort of as a Google Authenticator for some of your online accounts. I haven't tried it out yet, to be honest with you, but I believe that's what it's used for. It's sort of like a 2-factor authentication app that you can use and set up on your accounts. My preference is Google Authenticator. I have it on my phone, and I have multiple accounts that attach to it. Yeah, me too. I hope like I said, even if you lost it, just transfer the crypto into an exchange and reset your ledger from scratch, and then you can create a new recovery phrase. And that'll be an empty ledger at that point. Then you can reset all your wallets up and transfer back from your exchange. And then, make sure you don't lose that new recovery phrase. But as long as your Ledger Nano is working, you can transfer the crypto off, reset it, and then transfer it back onto the new one. Which of these you suggest to buy? Ripple, Packcoin, Stellar, Cardano, Electronium.
Cardano. I recommend Cardano.
My daughter recommends Cardano. I can't really give investment advice. I'm more of a tech support. But I will talk a little bit about Cardano, not really as an investment, but as a good cryptocurrency. Cardano is a new cryptocurrency that's what they call it. It's a 3rd generation cryptocurrency. It's not based on the Ethereum blockchain. It has its own blockchain and its own wallet, and one of the people that's involved in the Cardano Foundation is the same guy who was in charge of the Ethereum project for a while. It has a lot of great talent working for them, and they do things scientifically. They're trying to overcome some of the issues that are arising now with Bitcoin, as far as how the community decides how to expand and upgrade. As you know, the Bitcoin has split a few times because of developer disagreements. Cardano is trying to overcome that issue, and it's also trying to overcome the scaling issues that are arising with the Ethereum network. So that's the cryptocurrency that I know a lot about. I'm not going to say run out and buy it as an investment. I'm just going to tell you that I believe it's a strong cryptocurrency, and it should be around for a while. Sounds like Alex got happy there.
Yeah.
Yeah. My daughter is very smart. Yes, that's true.
I'm in third grade.
Can I step through how to encrypt a drive on my computer? Well, there's two ways to do it.
Easy and hard.
The easy way and the hard way, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. If we go to my computer, where is it? Oh, this PC, pardon me. Let's say I want to encrypt media drive. Actually, data drive is already encrypted with BitLocker. Here's the easy way. You just go to this PC, you right click and choose turn on BitLocker. And BitLocker is built into Windows. And it's going to ask you a few questions. It's going to ask you to set up a password. And then every time you reboot the computer, when it mounts up, this lock is going to be closed, and you'll need to enter the password to unlock it. So that's pretty good encryption. The other way would be VeraCrypt, which is a little more complicated to use, but it's open source software. BitLocker is Microsoft proprietary software, so it's not fully secure in the sense that it's not peer-reviewed open source code. If you want something to be totally secure, it should be open source. Let me take you to VeraCrypt. I don't believe that I have... I just redid this computer. This is not what I want. I want their website. No. Huh. I guess that's it. Okay. It looks like it's moved. Okay, this is the one that I'm looking for. I'll give it to you. It's a website in France. It's very good encryption software. It's maybe a little complicated to show you right now, but it does a pretty good job of encrypting. It does full disk encryption. I also mentioned that if you're going to encrypt a disk, you don't want to try to do in-place encryption. You don't want to take a drive that already has data on it and run encryption on it. You can with BitLocker. It's pretty straightforward. It's not going to hurt it. But if you're going to use like heavy-duty encryption software like this, my recommendation is to start with a blank hard drive. Encrypt it first. It takes a lot less time, and you don't have to worry about data loss. Let me copy this in there. Oops. Oh, it's here. Paste. Yeah, I'd recommend VeraCrypt if you're really serious about encryption. Also, if you want to, do full disk encryption, you can do it during the install of Linux Debian too. I've got some videos on that as well. That's a lot more complicated, and you got to do a whole new operating system.
How you wipe your disk drive?
Oh wait. Neo and Litecoin are my faves. Cool. Total bullion. I haven't gotten a lot of research into Neo, but I've heard a lot of good things about it. I should probably do a video on how to download it.
Install Neo onto your Ledger
I believe-
Nano S.
Yeah, I believe the Ledger Nano S supports Neo, and also there's Neo wallets out there. How do you wipe your disk drive? That's also fairly straightforward.
Full wipe.
Yeah, you can just right-click and do a format. There are also software that you can buy that will do it at a very secure level, and that would be Magic Disk.
Magic.
Partition Magic, pardon me.
Oh.
If you're really serious about wiping your disk clean, it's a little hard to find. Let me see if I can.
Partition Magic. Wikipedia.
Partition Magic. Power Quest. Parted Magic. That's the one. Let's try that. There it is. Okay, so this is it right here. So this software you would download it. You have to buy it. It's not free. I'm not going to do that.
Man.
Yes, I want to cancel that.
Damn.
It's not free. You have to buy, but it's cheap. It's not expensive at all.
Phew.
I don't know. It's like 15 bucks,
Yeah.
20 bucks, something.
I can buy it.
And then you burn that to a CD, and you would boot the computer up from that CD drive, and then you can do a full secure erase. You know, like one of those like hard, low-level secure erase if you want to make sure the drive is completely wiped. Or go out and buy yourself a brand new hard drive. Just, you know. Yeah, DiskPart is built into Windows. You can access that from your disk management. Yeah, you can repartition your drives using Windows too. It's a lot easier than going out and buying Disk Magic. Have I ever used a VPN for an ICO successfully? I've never participated in an ICO. Okay, Windows System Rescue CD is free and open source. That's nice. I like that. Wicked. Oh, okay, I get it. Wicked. Yeah, I like that. System Restore CD. Yeah, that would be free. I haven't ever participated in an ICO. I've never done that. But I am planning on doing a video on moving ERC20 tokens into a Ledger Nano S. I haven't done that yet. Any reason why I haven't participated in an ICO? I generally, I guess if I was focusing on the trading and was really doing my research as to what each new ICO is coming up might be involved in, and knew more about what it was before it debuted, I might. I also heard early on that it's a little bit difficult to get into some of them. I think they relaxed some of the restrictions later on to make it easier for people to participate, but it's a little bit of a risky venture, and I'm not, like I said, not really a trading guy, so that's why I haven't really participated in an ICO. I wouldn't, you know, cross it off my bucket list. I might at some point. I just haven't up to this point. Do I have a demo or plan to do a demo on sending stellar lumens to the ledger? No, but I could. We'll put that on the list. it's fairly straightforward when you use your Ledger Nano S. Let's go ahead and get in here. My daughter is memorizing my password, I'm sure of it.
I'm going to steal all your money.
When you use the Ledger, now I have a video already on tricks with the Ledger Nano S, but just for you guys, let's take a look at this.
Magic.
You'll want to use the Ledger Nano manager. And let's see, is Stellar Lumens on here?
Hello.
Here we go. Yeah, Stellar. You would just add that to the Ledger Nano.
Installing application.
Oh, it wants me to confirm. Hopefully there'll be room for this one.
Nope.
Maybe, maybe not. Okay, it appears that it's on there. So I'll show you real quick here. What you'll want to do is you'll go to your apps. You'll launch the Ledger Wallet Bitcoin. The Ledger Wallet Bitcoin app handles Bitcoin and all of the altcoins besides Ethereum and Ripple. All right, so I'm going to go there. Oh, I had the app. I have this one running. I have to close it. So I'm going to do that one more time. But before I do that, you'll notice here, let's go. Whoops. Sorry about that. You'll notice here that among my cryptocurrencies, I now have Stellar. So we click Stellar, and then we launch the, we'll launch the, like I said, you have to launch the Ledger Wallet Bitcoin. Let's see if it's going to let me do it. It may not work. Sometimes this doesn't work right. I'm going to get out of it and back in it. Because sometimes you kind of have to play around with it. Yeah. I tried Ubik, and I couldn't get the wallet to work. Let me go to settings here and make sure. Yeah, this is a little embarrassing. It's not working. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, these things happen. That's the process, though. The process, like for Litecoin, for example. Let's do this. Like, for example, if I went to Litecoin, you'll notice that the wallet opens up right away. And even though it says Bitcoin wallet, it's going to show me a Litecoin balance. So that Stellar, sometimes when you get one of their alt currencies, you have to reboot the computer, you have to, connect and reconnect the ledger, and just kind of like play around with it till it finally works. I hate to say that, but that's the experience I've had with some of the alt currencies. Once you get your coins in there, though, they're safe. It's just sometimes the app doesn't work as well as it should. There. See, now you can see here that this shows me a Litecoin balance, even though we're in the Bitcoin wallet, because I chose Litecoin on here. So yeah, I don't know why Stellar wouldn't work for me. I'm going to try it one more time. Let's try Stellar one more time.
You said you did your job.
Yeah, it's not working for me. So I'm doing everything right as far as I can see. So I apologize for that. I guess that's a Ledger Nano issue. Huh. I think Stellar requires browser support from the Stellar website. Okay, so it's probably similar to the My Ledger Nano, or I mean the My Ether wallet. Like if we went Stellar. Is this it? Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, so it looks very similar to the way the Ledger. I'll probably need to make a video showing you all the steps on that. But yeah, thanks for that. It's probably going to require me to log in through here, and then I'll sign in with the Ledger, and it'll open up their wallet. And when you purchase the Stellar and put it in the account, it will store the private keys for the Stellar in this Ledger Nano. That's kind of strange, but thanks for pointing that out. My first time. But yeah, I should make a video on that.
I found a website with cryptocurrencies.
Huh. Yeah, I some people don't like using My Ether wallet or something similar where you're basically connecting the Ledger Nano to the internet, because you're basically allowing that website access to the private keys on the ledger. I get that. So it would be better if it were just a simple transfer into the ledger without having to connect to some website, similar to the way the Bitcoin wallet works and the Ethereum wallet. Although I had some issues trying to transfer coins out from my ledger with Ethereum, and I used my Ether wallet to get some coins out. Seven confirmation steps on the Ledger Nano S that you have to answer. Well, when you first set it up, it has you write down the 24 words, and they come in sets of 3. And then when you're done writing them down, it asks you to choose 2, I believe. It'll say choose the 5th word, and then so you'll look at your chart and choose, you'll just scroll through all of the words until you hit the 7th word in your list, and then hit both buttons, and then I think it'll ask you that one more time, like choose the 12th word, and you just scroll through words until you see the 12th word in your list. So yeah, I mean, it doesn't, thank God it doesn't ask you for all 24, but I think after you've written down all 24, it just has you confirm 2 after that. Hey, Catastrophic. I think you've been at all of my live chats. Thank you. Do you have any advice on Power and its wallet, Daedalus? Daedalus. I have the Daedalus wallet.
I've heard Daedalus before.
Yes. You know who Daedalus was? He was Icarus's father. He's the one that built the wings for Icarus. You know Icarus. He flew too close to the sun. Ah ha ha. Yeah, so the Daedalus wallet, I've been using the Daedalus wallet to store my ADA, and it seems to be working okay. I've moved ADA off of it. I've moved ADA back to it. I have the bulk of my ADA stored in it. And when I reinstalled my computer, I wiped my hard disk clean, and I restored the Daedalus wallet. I installed a brand new Daedalus wallet, and at that initial screen I chose restore, and I restored my wallet, and it worked. I've had a few people complain that it doesn't work right. It's not transferring their ADA correctly, or it's not showing their balance correctly. But I personally have had no problems with this wallet. It does take it a little while to sync up. Oh, you're talking about the 7 steps in relation to the Stellar transaction. Yeah, when I got over to their website, I saw that there were a few things. They wanted you to sign into your Stellar account and whatever. Some of these new cryptocurrencies, like EOS, for example, can get a little complicated when, like they want you to generate, a key pair and register it and do all this stuff. So it can be a little complicated for the average user. I think, the average user, they find Coinbase a little daunting. And Coinbase, they just hold their coins on Coinbase, and they've got Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, or Bitcoin Cash, and they just leave it on Coinbase. And that's about as challenged as most people really want to be. So when you get into these personal wallets that you install on your computer, or these hardware wallets, it's a little beyond your average Joe, but well worth your time and effort, I might add. Do you know where to store Tron? Let me check. I thought that the ledger supported it. We can check here real quick. I've got a little, but maybe not. No, I don't see it on their list of supported currencies. If you're interested in this list, I find this link to be very useful when people ask me about Ledger Nano stuff. It's their status as to what coins they're supporting right now. Yeah. So Tron, Tron is one of the ERC20s, if I'm not mistaken. And you can store it in My Ledger Nano through the My Ether wallet homepage. I may be wrong about that, guys, but I believe it's I may be completely wrong about that. Let's go over here. Yeah, I don't even see on here that they have a wallet for it yet. Yeah, I see some exchanges where you can buy it. I see on their website, I don't see like a wallet that you can download and use to store it. I guess my advice at this point would be to just keep it on the exchange at this point. How's Daedalus doing? Okay, there's Daedalus. It's so you can see there's my list of transactions. There's the coins that I restored from backup, and all safe and sound as far as I can tell, and doing okay. You can create new wallets. It doesn't have a lot of features, um, but it seems to get the job done. I don't believe that it has like multi-sig and all that other stuff, but I'm assuming that this will improve over time as the Cardano thing gets rolling. This is just kind of one of their early versions of the wallet, but it does a pretty decent job of holding and sending and receiving coins. I've used it to send and receive, and it's worked just fine for me. Yeah, I went through some hoops trying to do the EOS registration, and this is where I got go back here. There was one. Well, no, it wasn't with. I guess people have done it successfully in Exodus, but I haven't. Ah, this is the one that kind of threw me for a loop. Is that there's some guy who claims to be, a developer who's out to help the world, and he wants you to generate your EOS key online. Now, I'm assuming that once I get onto this web page, I could disconnect my computer if I wanted to, and then generate the key offline. But I'm still a little. I'm not real happy with the fact that I can't do this on their website anymore. If you go to the EOS website and try to register your coins, it'll tell you you can't because you're not you're in America. Yeah, this thing I think. Yeah, here, I think this thing. I think it takes me right back to this. That's another thing. I just keep going in circles. But I think, yeah, here. Yeah, it's like it won't let me do it. And so all I have to rely on this other guy, Najee, who I don't know him. So I think for the near future, I'm just going to leave him on the exchange and, hope for the best. I saw a YouTube video where a guy said that even if you had some of these, you can move them. You can move the ERC20 EOS coins into your Ledger Nano using My Ether wallet. You can do that, but they're just the ERC20 tokens. The real EOS tokens will go live in June of 2018 this year, and supposedly, if you haven't registered, they'll become worthless. Your ERC20s, they'll become worthless. But I don't believe that a company would allow that to happen. So I think that there'll be some sort of mechanism for anyone that's holding it to register and get on their real blockchain. I hope. If you hold a lot, you might want to do a little more research and make sure. Awesome Miner picks the best one for you. I'm trying to remember if I can. Miners Gate. I don't know if this site is good or bad. I've kind of been using it a little bit, but it seems pretty easy to use, pretty straightforward. Mining is a whole nother ball of wax, and I haven't done any videos on mining yet. I used a Bitcoin miner, but it was an ASIC. It was a box, and it was specifically designed to mine Bitcoin. And I managed to join a mining pool, and I mined with it. And it's not for the light-hearted. It's pretty serious stuff, and you can't just flip a switch. You really have to do a lot of research, and there's no cut and dried, step 1 to step 10 a guide on how to do it. You have to sort of gather information from lots of different places to figure out how to do it. So this miner gate seems pretty easy. It just sort of recognizes your graphics card and you're off to the races. So like I said, there are a lot of them out there, and this one seems relatively easy to use and above board. I mean, I know they're taking a small percentage of your mining, but who wouldn't? Let's close some of these. I just want to real quick. I had some people before. When I made the announcement, some people were asking me about privacy and anonymity. So I wanted to spend a little bit of time on that, if you guys don't mind. Uh, they were asking me what is the best way to remain anonymous and private on the internet. And so you want to start with the Tor browser. Okay, the Tor browser is a specific wallet. I'm sorry, is a specific browser that allows you to browse on the Tor network. The Tor network is it sort of lies underneath the internet, or it's part of the internet, but like a subset of the internet. People run Tor nodes across the internet, and when you use the Tor network, you can visit websites, and your traffic is encrypted so that no one can see what you're doing. There are a few caveats to that, and let me just... Oh, you know what? Let me just run the installer real quick, if you don't mind. We're going to download this. Actually, I think I downloaded it earlier today and verified it, but yeah, I think it may be here. Yeah, it is. Okay. Yeah, it's there. There it is. Let's get rid of this one. All right, let's try it again. All right, so I'm going to download the Tor browser installer. And a lot of people give me smack for doing these verifications, but I do them anyway. This is a cryptographic signature right here. You can download it by right-clicking and save link as. And you put it right next to your installer. And then you're going to need the developer signature, which is down here. I'm just going through this real quick. I know this is complicated, but this is a best practice if you're going to download this type of software, because there may be any number of adversaries out there that are going to impersonate the Tor website and try to trick you into downloading their software. And you're going to want to have the GPG Windows installed on your computer. It does verifications. You can see here, I'm going to delete that because it was... So we go to server and we get the keys for the developers right here, which I got. And you'll see that it in my cryptographic key manager, it's going to appear, right? And then we go to the Tor folder. Gonna open this. I know this is complicated, guys, but it's the best practice if you want to get a clean, good copy. Alright. So that's the process. I have some videos on how to do that. But what it basically shows is that I have a good signature. That way I know I've got the best and true copy of it. So we're going to run the install. And if you really want to be totally secure, when I go through this Tor browser setup, I tell them that I am in a country that censors. I'll show you what I mean here. I don't connect, I configure. And then it asks me, does your internet service provider block or otherwise censor connections? And then I say yes. And that gives me an extra bit of obfuscation here, this OBSF4. And the rest are no, I don't need a local proxy, and it connects to the Tor network. So that's the basics, okay? That's the basics. You download and install the Tor browser, you run the Tor browser, and then you have access to, and then there's a lot of good information on the Tor website on how to stay anonymous when you're online. And there's some stuff here. It doesn't use the it doesn't use Google as its default browser. It uses DuckDuckGo, which is a browser that doesn't track you. Let's see. And a lot of people give the dark web a bad rap because they say it's for criminals and pornographers. But normal human beings want privacy. And they try to, they try to make us all feel like criminals because we want privacy. So you get the Tor browser, and then the first place you could check out is the hidden wiki. And there's a lot of stuff here that you can explore. Yeah, I don't know if this is the right one or not. So as you can see, it's kind of a free-for-all on the internet. But when you're using this browser and you're browsing websites and they have the onion address in them, let me see if I can find one that's not horrible. Let me try this one. Okay. See, this particular website, you'll notice that the onion is the last part of the web address. That means that it's an encrypted website. So if I'm browsing this, then they can't see what I'm doing and they can't see what the website is doing. If I go to apple.com, then when I get to Apple, if I buy something on Apple website with my Tor browser, they won't see it coming from me, but when it gets to Apple, it'll be unencrypted, and then they can see the transactions that are going forth. And if I put in my name, they'll see it's me. So when you're using Tor browser, you want to stick to the onion sites as much as possible to get your total anonymity. And then also you'd want maybe a VPN to sign up for a virtual private network, which you would connect to first and then launch the Tor browser. I hope I didn't bore everybody with that. I think I may have lost some people here. Ron Cooperman, noob question. What is the importance of anonymity? Okay, so as you know, in today's society, we're constantly being tracked by all of these companies that are watching our habits and our patterns. And one of the first things that you're going to lose if you don't have anonymity is the expanded internet. And the way I want to explain that is, if I search for something on Google, I'm going to get like say I type in the word horse. I might get a bunch of hits that have to do with horses. But based on my history, they're going to custom tailor those search results to my profile. And the more I search, the more they build a profile of me, because I'm not anonymous. They know who I am. And the more they do that, the more the content that I'm being exposed to becomes tailored to my taste. I live inside of my own little information bubble. And that's one of the dangers of not having anonymity on the internet. And then above and beyond that, you really don't want people tracking what you're doing, what you're buying, who you're talking to, if you want privacy. So that's a reason to want anonymity for me. My crypto daughter, they're asking questions. Is that safe? Oh, VPNs? You can sign up for a VPN service. Private internet access is probably the easiest one to use. Very simple. You just sign up. It's not very expensive. 39 bucks a year. You download their software, you install it, and then it hides your IP address. You'll notice up here it's showing my IP address. It knows who I am and where I am. Time Warner Cable. Anybody can see where I'm signing in from. And this is any website you go to. If you've ever been involved in website development, had your own WordPress site, you should be aware that every website, when someone visits the URL, they can tell a lot. They can tell what kind of computer you're using, what kind of browser you're using, where you're located. They know a lot about you just by visiting a website. So if you want anonymity, your first step may be a VPN to secure your communication. And I think this all started because someone was talking about using a VPN to participate in an ICO. So, and the reason that they had to do that probably was because the ICO was rejecting their country. So, in other words, like if I wanted to buy EOS and I logged in from my American computer, they would reject me. But if I used a VPN and used one of their Singapore servers, then it would appear that I'm accessing their site from Singapore, and it would allow me to do it. So that's one of the things you can do with a VPN. So with a VPN and the Tor browser, you get privacy and anonymity. That's part of why I started this channel. I wanted to talk about that a little bit tonight. Worried about stumbling across the wrong stuff? Yeah, we're all adults. I don't really, if I look at the link, I'm not going to click something I know I'm not really into or want to look at, like credit card fraud or counterfeiting or stuff like that. There's a lot of good resources out there on the dark web, political activism, just information that you probably aren't going to get on the normal web. You'd be surprised how tailored the information is that you access when you're on your regular internet. There's a lot of websites that are starting to be harder to find. Google and Facebook are starting to what's the word for it? You could say censor, but they're starting to try to moderate content a little bit to prevent certain things from appearing in their search results or in their news feeds. And that's all well and good if it's bad stuff, but where do we draw the line? So they're starting to filter our content a little bit, and it's only going to get worse over time. So when you have a VPN and Tor, you're not subject to that type of filtering. And I'm not talking about the government. I'm talking about these big internet companies that sort of define our internet experience. So, hey, I like Google, I like Facebook, and I enjoy that, but there are times where maybe I want to sort of go my own way, and that's when I might want privacy and anonymity. And if you're a journalist in a repressive country, you would want to use Tor and VPNs. If you're a whistleblower and you're exposing corruption in organizations, you want privacy and anonymity. There are a lot of use cases where privacy and anonymity are vital to freedom and democracy. Anyway. Recommended VPNs. I've got a list here. And I will click this link here. Oops. Come on, baby. This is a great website. A lot of good information on privacy and anonymity. Oh, did that come through? Yeah. They talk about why you would need privacy. That question that I tried to answer on my own is very succinctly covered here. And then they have some recommended VPN providers, and their recommendations are based on you don't want any US or UK based services because they're all tied in. You know, this service over here that's that I recommended as being easy is US based. So according to this, that's not in their list. Okay, you'll see these are located in other countries that aren't subject to the laws, because the U.S. government or the Justice Department or Homeland Security could go to any of these U.S.-based private VPNs and request their data logs. That's just how that works. So my recommendation would be to check out this website here, Privacy Tools, and see if you can find yourself a VPN that is you can afford and one that looks good. And I believe a lot of these have free trials, so you can check them out. There's a lot of factors that go into the VPN. Ease of use is one of them. If it's too hard to use and too difficult to configure, then it's probably not right for you. Let's see if I can get down here. Is VPN a must for crypto storage and trading? Not really. If you're trying to keep it private, maybe. You know, as all of you know, probably Bitcoin is not anonymous. The Bitcoin network, the blockchain is free and open for anyone to inspect. You can you can get any blockchain address and trace its transactions on the blockchain explorer. And so anyone, you know, any agency or government agency that's worth its salt would have all the resources necessary to trace a Bitcoin transaction based on the IP of the sender and receiver, especially large ones. So the Bitcoin network is not anonymous. Now there are some anonymous coins out there that you might want to look into. Thanks, Ron. If we're talking about different coins, Monero. I would recommend Monero. That is a privacy-based coin. Now, once again, I'm going to say you'll see, these types of things get a bad rap because people say they're used by criminals. But we've already talked about this. People want privacy. People deserve privacy. It's a basic human right. So if you want to go with a full privacy coin, Monero is a great place to start. And then Verge also is also a privacy-based coin. It's been getting kind of a lot of smack lately because there's a lot of people that were kind of pumping and dumping Verge. It's not, I don't know, it doesn't have like a slick marketing team and everything. It's just a bunch of guys that get together. It's also open source, but it is a privacy-based coin. So if you're into the privacy thing, you can use these coins on the Tor network. You can use them with VPNs, and the way their blockchains are built, the transactions aren't traceable. That's part of the beauty of using these privacy coins. So that would be something But yeah, you don't have to have a VPN, but if you're really security and privacy conscious, I would recommend it. It's off topic, but I'm looking for a good crypto portfolio manager. Gains and losses for tax purposes. Any suggestions? I can't hide from the IRS. No, you can't. I would like to show you guys this real quick. Let me get my tab. My tabs were getting out of control there. If we go to Coinbase, I'm going to log into my Coinbase account if I can. All right. And I need to enter my two-step verification. Whoops, that's not it. There we go. You can go over here to Tools and Reports, and then you'll go to New Report, and then you can get your transaction history. Unfortunately, they don't seem to have one big giant report for all of your transactions. You have to do them for each wallet separately, but it's better than nothing, I suppose. So, for example, I could do my ETH wallet, and I would want to, if you're going to do your taxes, you would do last year, right? And it's going to email it to you. You create the report. It's going to send you, you could even download it. It just came in my email. And so, if you use Coinbase to buy your crypto, I don't know what's going on there. Okay. See, they send you this. Oh, okay. So you still have to download it. All right, so you can. I'm going to throw this on the desktop. It's basically a CVS. Yeah, I'm sorry, but that stellar didn't work out. Let's close this. Ah, there it goes, finally. Okay, so as you can see here, it will open in Excel, but it's a little bit messy. You kind of have to, play around with the columns to get it all straightened out. But at one of these columns, you can do this too. If you're into Excel. Format, column width, auto fit. Yeah. So you can look here at your all your transactions, the fees, the transfer total in US dollars, and probably just give that to your tax accountant. And but as far as I know, I don't know of any tax accountants offhand that are specializing in cryptocurrency. But I'm sure they'll be around, because there's a lot that goes into all of this cryptocurrency trading. But yeah, if you're using Coinbase, that's a good way to get your report so that you can go to Uncle Sam and say, "Here it is, baby. I'm an open book."
Uncle Sam, I did it.
Yeah, and I believe you can do the same thing on the other exchanges too. Like Binance and Bittrex, there's probably somewhere where you can get your report.
Just press enter.
We can check Binance here real quick. No one else is asking questions. I don't know how many people. Or is it just you and me? Is it just you and me, Ron? Maybe so. I don't know. I don't have my statistics out. We may be the only people in here. Okay, so let's go over to Binance.
It's actually 35.
Oh, 35. Okay, that's cool. That's okay, guys. Crypto exchanges. Those are Binance.
Rolling game.
Yeah.
It's daytime now.
Yeah. Eh. All right. Now, once my Google Authenticator. All right. All right. So now that we're in Binance, let's see. Yeah. Over here under funds, you've got a transaction history, and you can see all your transactions, and then you can export it to an Excel format. And it looks like, you know, your withdrawal and your deposit are two separate reports. But that would be the way to do it on Binance. Binance. I thought it was Binance. Rhymes with finance, right? But then I think someone told me it's pronounced Binance. Binance. Okay. So yeah, if you're concerned about your taxes, then I would go to your exchanges, download all these reports, save them on a thumb drive or print them out and take them to your tax guy and see if he can make sense out of them. Give Uncle Sam more information than he really cares to know.
Uncle Sam.
Uncle Sam.
Oh my goodness, there's a little hatchet away.
Crypto daughter is
I put text into binary.
oh, that's pretty cool. Armand, how to buy Verge? Okay, that's pretty cool. How do you buy Verge? So what you're going to need to do to buy Verge is to be on Binance or Bittrex. You can't buy Verge on Coinbase, okay? So, but what you can do is from Coinbase, you can buy some Bitcoin. My recommendation in the video, I'll show you the video that I did is pretty straightforward. Yeah. Okay. So Armand, I would check out this video. I show you I start on Coinbase. I'm not going to do it now because I don't have any money that's ready to purchase. But in that video, I walk you through the whole process. I use my debit card to buy Litecoin, okay? And then I buy Litecoin, say like I buy $100 worth of Litecoin. I buy it instantly, okay? After I do that, it's in my Coinbase wallet right away. It shows up almost instantaneously. You don't have to wait for hours or days, all right? Then you go to GDAX and you can transfer it in pretty easy. So you would go to Litecoin down here and then make a deposit and just bring it over from Coinbase. If you have it in, at this point I don't, but if you had any Litecoin in your Litecoin wallet on Coinbase, you could deposit it directly into GDAX for free very quickly and then move it over to an exchange like Binance that supports Verge. So what I would do was I go to Binance. Huh, seems like they've changed this. They've changed it. How could they? So let's assume that I bought some I bought some Litecoin, right? That's what we were talking about. Oh.
Try the numbers.
All right. Now I would deposit that Litecoin into my Binance Litecoin wallet, right? Because it's a quick, fast transfer. I would deposit that. right? Copy the address, go over here, and take whatever Litecoin I have. Oh, I'm sorry, I would withdraw. Do a withdrawal to a Litecoin address, right? That's my Binance Litecoin address. And whatever Litecoin I had, I could transfer to Binance very quickly. Once I've got some Litecoin in Binance, I can sell it for Bitcoin or ETH. And once I've got the ETH, I can use the ETH to buy my Verge. I know it's a little bit convoluted, but if you try to buy the Bitcoin on Coinbase to get started, it takes a week or two for that Bitcoin to actually end up in your wallet. It's very frustrating for people. Same with ETH. If you try to buy the ETH on Coinbase, it takes a week to actually show up in your wallet. So that's why I chose Litecoin, because it was quick to show up in my Coinbase, quick to switch to GDAX, and then another quick transfer over to Binance. The whole process took me about 15 minutes. Then, all you have to do is go over to Exchange and type in Verge. Do they even sell Verge? I think I need the...
Let's try again.
Let me go back. I think Binance sells Verge. Let me go over here.
You just stay still.
XVG, right? XVG. Okay. Sorry, guys. Yeah, see? You can buy XVG with ETH. Alright, so as you can see here, I have some Ether available. Some Ethereum that's available in my Binance account. I'm not going to use it to buy Verge tonight, but you could. So you need to get either Bitcoin or Ethereum in your Binance account. And like the way I did it was I moved Litecoin into my Litecoin wallet, and then I sold the Litecoin for ETH. All right. Once you have ETH or Bitcoin, you can buy Verge. And that's the way I would buy Verge. You can buy Verge on Binance, or you can buy Verge on Bittrex. There's a couple of different places where you can buy Verge. Yeah, so you got Bittrex, Binance, and a whole bunch of other cryptocurrency exchanges where you can buy Verge. Okay, and then once you buy the Verge, it's going to be in your own, you're going to have a Verge wallet. You'll notice now, here it is. My Verge wallet is empty, but once you have Verge in the exchange, you can leave it on the exchange and sell it again when it gets higher. Or you can transfer it to your own wallet, and it's not supported on the Ledger Nano S, but there is a Verge wallet. There's a few Verge wallets out there right now. Yeah, I think this is the latest one. And you can store Verge in this wallet if you want to just keep it safe on your own computer. It takes it a little while to load. Yeah, it's loading in the background there. It takes a little while. But so buy it on Binance or Bittrex or any of the other exchanges, and then keep it on the exchange or put it in your wallet. I like Verge. Yeah, Verge is good. Yeah, I think I mentioned that to a few of on my comments that I had to wait a month to get my Ledger Nano S when I bought it. I bought it in April of 2017, but when I bought it, they weren't shipping until I had to wait a month for it to ship. and then I finally got it. So it just seems like they should make more of those darn things, huh? Too bad, Ben Dover. Don't mortgage your house to buy crypto. Not a good idea. Why I use Litecoin? Because it's fast. All right. So let me just go through that one more time. If I were to go on Coinbase tonight and say I want to buy some Bitcoin, even with my debit card, if I buy $100 worth of okay, if I buy $1,000 worth of Bitcoin, right here it says instant buy. It won't be instant. It'll take like a week for it to actually show up in my Coinbase wallet. And that's why I use Litecoin. Because if I buy it with Litecoin, it hits my wallet almost instantaneously. And then I have to go through a couple of steps to get it over there to Binance and then sell it for Bitcoin or ETH. But that's why I use Litecoin. Ethereum's the same. If I go in here and buy $100 worth of Ethereum and hit buy instantly, it takes, I can show you. I can show you. Oh, this is BTC. Let's look at my ETH wallet. Right here. Bought Ethereum. 1/10/2018, 6 p.m. $50 worth. Look when I received it. January 18, received Ethereum. Oh, I'm sorry. Where was it? I don't see the receive, but it did. It took it till the night. It was the 19th when I finally got it. That's why I use Litecoin, because Bitcoin and Ethereum are taking too long. Ethereum is faster than Bitcoin. I'll give it that. But I don't know why when I bought that. I bought it on my phone, and I might have used my bank account. Maybe I did something wrong. Maybe if I'd used my debit card, I'd have got it faster if I used their website. But yeah, it took a really long time. Yeah, Ledger's a great company. They've just got some new financing. So hopefully, and you know, if you see, if you go by a club and there's nobody in there, and then you drive down a block and you see like people lined up around the block to get into this club, and there's people, they're turning people away because everybody wants in that club, then you figure that that club is the one that's going to be doing great business, right? And that's what Ledger is right now. Everybody wants a ledger, and they can't meet their demand, and so they're looking for more financing to expand their operations. Yeah, I would say it's a little device and a secure way to store your crypto. Not perfect. It has its drawbacks. A little difficult to withdraw sometimes. And also, it doesn't have enough room for all of the apps to be on there at the same time. So you kind of have to shuffle the apps on and off. But other than that, great. Nutcase Harold, what about Verge? We just talked about buying Verge on Binance. So, and the way I funded my Binance account was with Litecoin because it was fast. But once or you could transfer, if you've got Bitcoin in a Bitcoin wallet, you can transfer it into Binance with, here's your Bitcoin wallet. You just do a deposit, right? They give you the sending address. You take that over to your Bitcoin wallet and send some Bitcoin into Binance, and then you're ready to buy. That's all you need to fund your account, really, is a Bitcoin transfer. And you can do the same thing with ETH. right? You can deposit Ethereum into their account, copy this address, paste it into your Ethereum wallet, and send it to Binance. Then you're ready to go. Those are the two. Let me see if I can show you that. Actually, here, I think this is where it shows me. Oh, I'm sorry. Here. If you'll notice here in Binance, you have BTC, ETH, and the Binance token, and US Tether, which I'm not really interested. I've heard some good things about their tokens, which that's all well and good, but these are the two that I trust, BTC and ETH. Those are what you need to buy anything else, right? So I can't go on here and buy Bitcoin with Litecoin. I can't buy Verge with Litecoin. I have to sell my Litecoin for ETH or BTC, and then I can buy Verge if that's what I'm after. But there's a lot of, like you see, they support multiple cryptocurrencies, quite a few of them. You can buy just about anything on Binance. Binance is another good company. They're getting like 100,000 plus new users a day. Bittrex too. Coinbase is good too, but you know, all of them are just being pummeled. So I know it's frustrating, but that's the nature of the beast right now. Okay, if you feel like this ledger that you just bought is tampered with, first of all, when you open it up, there's a little, I don't know, it's, if you'll notice here, there is no anti-tampering sticker on the box. So even if someone were to have opened it up and tampered with it, when you connect it and you power it on, it runs a self-check to check for tampering. Now, what could happen is you buy one of these from a guy on eBay, and he sends it to you, and then he tells you, hey, the pin is 4569, and that's how you're supposed to use it. And you don't know anything about it, and he's already set it up with his pin, and he's just told you that that's the pin to use. Well, you don't want to do that. So when you first turn it on and connect it to your computer, it's going to take you to a welcome screen where it's going to ask you to set up your 24-word recovery phrase and initialize. Okay, and if it doesn't do that, if you turn it on and it asks you for a pin, then you know that somebody has already set it up. So if you bought it secondhand, so really all you have to do to reset it and make it yours is you enter the pin incorrectly 3 times. You enter your pin incorrectly 3 times, it will do a system reset, and then you're good to go and you can set it up from scratch. So that's the only caveat. Beware of anybody that sends you a ledger and the pin is already there. They give you a little card that says your pin is 5679, and then that's when you should start getting nervous.
Your pin is 132, 132.
What's the price of the Ledger Nano?
Depends where you get it. What are we
Yeah, I think it's gone up 20 euros. If I remember correctly, it was 58 euros before. So yeah, it has gone up in price, even on their site. I'm sure if you check out the Nano on Amazon, there'll be some people really gouging, wanting to charge you 100, or even eBay too. But like I said, if you get one on eBay and you feel like it's already been set up, just enter the pin incorrectly 3 times and it'll do a reset. And it'll ask you to create a new 24-word phrase, and you should be okay. Yeah. If you're very paranoid, just buy it directly from Ledger and just wait. ETH is fast. Wicked. Not in the US, so no experience with Coinbase. So, yeah, I'm assuming that you had to fund one of your exchanges with your currency, your country currency. So I believe that if I wanted to, there may be, I may not. I know some of these crypto exchanges don't deal with fiat currency at all. They're just straight cryptocurrency. So the only way to fund your account is to transfer some crypto that you already own into it. Well, a lot of people don't already own any cryptocurrency, so they're difficult. But I'm not sure about Binance, but you may be able to. I've never done it. I don't know. You might be able to link a bank account and fund it with euro or yen or yuan or chonon.
Or money.
Or money, yeah, chonon. Yeah.
What about Zcash?
What about Zcash?
Like, is it good?
Zcash is another one of those privacy coins. I haven't used it, but if you're into the whole privacy thing, I'll probably should do a video on Zcash too. Let me see here. Yeah, I'll put that in the list here. Zcash. Yes, I've heard of it.
What's Zcash?
Trezor also. I'd like to get myself a Trezor. It's by the same company, only a little more robust. I'm assuming that it probably has room for more apps. Red Phantom 70 says only get a Ledger Nano S new. I would go with that recommendation. Yeah. The only thing is I had one of my viewers earlier today said he didn't want to wait a month. He bought one from somebody on eBay and did I think it was safe. And so if you're that impatient, the best you can do is to do a reset just to make sure. But like Red Phantom 70 says, you never know. It might be, some sort of boiler room where they're scamming these things, cranking these things out. Yeah. Yeah, I would go with the new one. That's what I did. That's where I prefer to get my Ledger Nano, is directly from them. Installing Daedalus Wallet was pretty straightforward. I've talked a little bit about it. You just go to their website and download it. They don't really have any kind of verification process, but not every website does. You download here and you just choose your platform. They don't support a lot of platforms yet, just Windows and Mac. As you can see, Linux is dim, but you just download it, install it. It's just a normal Windows installer, and when it first launches, you're going to get this box here and it'll say connecting to network. And then after that, it'll say syncing. And you'll see syncing 0.0%. And then it ticks 3.1%. And it takes a long, long time. It takes like a day to fully sync. And once it fully syncs, then it gives you the opportunity to create the wallet. So when you first download it and install it and run it, and you're waiting for this sync thing, just be patient. It will eventually sync all the way, and then you'll be able to set up a wallet. And it looks similar to this. This is what you'll see. After it does its full sync, you'll see this. And it gives you the opportunity to create a new wallet or restore from a backup seed. It's pretty straightforward. I'm trying to get back in focus, guys. What is the Cardano wallet? Well, this is the Cardano wallet. Cardano wallet is named Daedalus. Cardano is the company, Daedalus is the wallet, and ADA is the cryptocurrency. So that's ADA, and that's the symbol right there. Yeah, it's all the same thing, all the same company.
I randomly searched up the currencies.
Yes, peace of mind, Red Phantom. Yes, peace of mind. Hey, Tom.
Oh my gosh, is that you, Tom?
He made it. I have a friend named Tom, and on my first live broadcast, he said hi, and I didn't see it, and he's never let me forget it. I think he said hi one time. Yeah. Not much, Tom. You got any questions tonight? How many people are in my chat room, Christabel?
33.
33. Kind of a light night. Hey, anybody, I guess some of you guys are from other countries and whatnot, but I've been criticized for doing this on Saturday night. And my wife watches live YouTube broadcasts for like people that do eBay reselling and that sort of thing. And they broadcast in the morning, like at 8 or 9 in the morning. And first of all, I work, so my phone would be ringing.
Every single second of every single day.
So I don't know, does anyone have a preference on timing? Ron Cooperman, Ada, yeah, I like Ada. For those of you who don't know, Ada Lovelace is considered the first programmer, and that's what they named their cryptocurrency after. Now you can see her right there. She was a friend of Charles Babbage, who invented one of what's considered one of the first computers, which was kind of a thing with a bunch of wheels and cranks and gears and notches for adding and subtracting numbers. And she had this idea that you could create cards that you could somehow feed into this thing that would tell it which numbers to perform operations on. And this was considered one of the very first ideas or concepts of programming. So there she is, Ada Lovelace, the first computer programmer. For those of you who wonder why Ada is named Ada, they named their currency after her.
I have a random fact to say after this live stream.
Okay.
I think it's related to Logan.
You know, what? A lot of people are up in arms about the tax thing, and I showed you guys earlier how to go to Coinbase and generate your report. Oh, it wants me to sign back in again. My thing is don't stress. You know, if the government wants their peace, let them take it. You'll sleep better. Go over here to Tools, Reports, and you can download this transaction report. So you can generate a report on one of your wallets, like your Litecoin wallet, and you'll want to do last year if you're doing your taxes. Create the report, and bam, you can download that guy and throw it into Excel, and get a list of all your transactions. So, just be transparent. And if the government wants their cut, let them take it. That's the way I look at it. You're much better off just going with the flow. Go with the flow.
And then get out of it. No, they raised the price significantly.
Greed, yeah.
Greed.
Yeah, I think they want to, tax us on, they don't want people I think they're targeting the big cats more than guys like you and me that are investing a couple thou here and there. You know, I think the guys like you and me that are investing a few thousand and maybe seeing profits of maybe tens of thousands, hopefully they won't take it all. But you're better off just being transparent, and you might be surprised with how much you're left with in the end. Or you can just spend it all and, you know,
Be sad.
just tell them you're out of money when they come looking for you. I really don't know what percentage they're going to take. If you buy something, if you buy a crypto and you sell it before a year has passed, I think you're subject to capital gains taxes, which could be high, might be 50%. I don't know that for sure, but yeah, they might want to take a lot of it. I don't know for sure what percentage they take.
Mario sees older up there.
Stephanie is too old to party here. Who's Stephanie? She your friend?
No.
We accept any age groups here. Christabel is 8. And CryptoDad is 54.
You don't even
Going on 55.
I don't want to be quiet. I am 100 years old.
What's the matter, buddy?
Oh God. Alex is 100 years old.
Come here, buddy. You're 100?
Yeah.
Come here. How old are you?
I don't know.
100
You're 100 years old?
Yeah.
Okay. Good boy. Alex is 100.
He's half my age in reality.
Ron, you're installing the Daedalus wallet and it's showing you a black screen? Huh. Okay. That's interesting. I did not... when it first launches, does it look square like this and just sort of black? It might take a few minutes before it says... it'll be black and it'll say connecting to network. And then after that, it'll turn white and start counting down the percentages. Hopefully.
He says yes. It's square. It's just
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to start off black. It might take it a minute to, get its bearings and connect. I would just be patient and let it sit like that for a little while, and hopefully it'll start syncing. If it doesn't, maybe you could force quit it, reboot, and try again, because it does work. Yeah. And make sure, of course, you're connected to the internet, or I wouldn't be talking to you. Okay. It's gone. Nothing on the screen now. It just disappeared. Huh. I wonder, did it crash?
it fell and.
If you make it a business, okay. Now, I do computer consulting, so and I have a tax accountant. It's installed but not open. Huh. Okay. Sometimes I know the Verge wallet, the old Verge wallet used to just crash the first time you opened it. And then I would just relaunch it and then it would work. So it didn't happen to me with Daedalus, but you might give it a try and see. Also, your my virus and malware protection did not object when I installed my Daedalus wallet, but maybe what you're running does. So, for example, this guy comes up quite a bit when I try to install certain items. Maybe your Windows Defender or your I'm not sure which virus protection. It may be interfering with it because it is going to try to connect to the internet. So your software might be objecting to it. It could be a video driver issue. That's good too. That's possible. Yeah.
Why is there a fall button?
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, be right back. Okay, Ron. Good luck.
Ow.
Can you explain the lines on the graphs that show up?
Skydiving. I'm gonna fall. The fall button.
Oh, 118 US dollars with shipping. Huh. Well, yeah, because before 58 euros translated to about 80 bucks. So when I bought mine for 58 euros, it was like 80 bucks plus 3 shipping, something like that. So yeah, now that it's at 78, that makes sense that it comes out to about 118 US dollars.
Teleport button. Oh my goodness, there's a fireball. I've got a fireball.
I'm not sure how you would claim that your cryptocurrency trading is a business. You might need some kind of trading license. If you're some kind of consultant, you might claim that you're doing this for business purposes. I don't know. You would probably want to talk with your accountant about that to make sure that it would fall under the purview of a business tax exemption, or under business tax rather than personal. Electronium, I think I looked at it, but I haven't bought any. So let's check. I'm going to drop this in my to-do list. Oh, it's a mining pool, huh? Okay. That's interesting. I thought it was a cryptocurrency. Oh, the first British cryptocurrency. Okay. Well, the website looks pretty professional. I'll give it that. Oh, okay. So yeah, it does have wallets, offline wallets. You can mine it. You can download a wallet. Um, it looks pretty legit to me. Let's see. There's no verification that I can see. They don't have the SHA sums and the developer signatures. But besides that, it looks pretty legit just from the website. I don't know what the let me try this. Electronium. Let's try this. Yeah, there it is. Oh, so it's ETN. Okay. And it's pretty cheap right now, US dollar wise. Pretty stable over the last, what is this? Oh, that's a 24-hour. Let's look at a 30-day. Okay. No, I don't know. It's about, as far as its price goes, it's about on par with like Verge and some of these other small caps. Kind of up and down. I don't know. I'd probably want to do a little more research on exactly what other people are saying about it. Maybe check out some articles. But just from the website, it looks pretty good. I'll probably look into it more and try to get a video out on that. Always fun. Always fun to find a new cryptocurrency and use it. Always fun. I believe that all, I may be wrong, but I believe that all ICOs are done through the Ethereum network. I don't believe you can do that with Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a currency only. It may be more down the road, but right now it's only a currency. So Ethereum is it's sort of a virtual machine that runs on the internet. So it has its own currency. It's called Ether, but it also has the ability to create smart contracts, and that's where these ICOs are being generated from. And usually you need Ether to participate in an ICO. You can't give them cash. You have to give them Ether. So you exchange your ETH for the new tokens that are being issued during the ICO. And that's how that works. I don't believe you can do that with Bitcoin. Is altcoin to altcoin a taxable event? I didn't think so, but I've been told otherwise by some other people that yes, the government wants to tax every single transfer of value from one to another. So yeah, let's say I buy Bitcoin and then it goes up in price and I sell it for Ethereum. I haven't cashed out in US dollars, so in my mind I haven't realized the gains yet. But according to what some people are telling me, the government would consider that taking profits and be a taxable event. But I'm not a tax accountant. I don't know for sure. What happens for my ADA if I lost my Windows? So when you first create your ADA wallet, let's add a wallet here. When I first create a wallet, I'll call this the exchange. Come on, Rex. I'm not going to create a password just to make life easier for us. You'll notice here that it's going to create a new recovery phrase here. And they don't want anybody to see. I'm not going to put anything in this wallet, so don't get mad at me for showing you this. When you create a new wallet, this is the recovery phrase that you need to write down and store. And if your Windows crashes, your computer is stolen, or whatever, you can just buy a new computer, install the Daedalus wallet, and then use this recovery phrase. They won't let me copy it with my. I can't. Yeah, I can't copy it. I can't select it. But then I can restore, and it wants that recovery phrase back, which it wouldn't copy. That's why you copy that seed down. You can restore your wallet from seed. So if your hard drive crashes, if your computer flakes out, you accidentally delete it, you can get it back. So store that seed in a safe place, and you never have to worry about Windows crashing. Sphere, decentralized social network. That's the one. That's the ticket. Okay.
Wanted, dead or alive.
Okay. I'm going to put Sphere in my to-do list. Where is it? Okay. Check it out. See what's going on there. Thanks, guys. We're at 7 o'clock, and it's movie night. Yeah, it's at 6:59. So in the Crypto Dad household, we watch a movie on Saturday night with popcorn,
Yeah.
and we're about to get to it. So thanks for joining me. I hope I was able to answer everyone's questions sufficiently. If I missed your question, why don't you just throw something in the comments? This video will stay posted. So just ask your question in the comments. I go through my comments at least every other day, every third day at the most, to and try to respond to everybody's questions and comments. So if I missed your question, just throw it up in the comments of one of my videos or this video, and I'll try to get back to you on that. Once again, thanks for joining me, guys. Crypto Dad out. What's this?
Wanted dead. Wait, $10,000 reward if found dead or alive.
Pikachu.
A Pikachu ran away from me.
Yeah. So thanks for joining me tonight. If you enjoy my videos, give me a thumbs up. I encourage you to subscribe to the channel, and hope you have a great evening. Crypto Dad out.